Anyway, people, I'm back again to do another video. Imagine if it rained in space blueberry or blueberries. This is a Powerade drink, obviously. Imagine if you could find Powerade diamonds in space and it rained Powerade in space. And some people would say to me, Jerningham, don't be so silly, you're being ridiculous. It won't rain Powerade in space. Imagine if it started raining on the moon eventually, and it was raining milk on the moon. Imagine that. What rained from the sky and the moon was milk. That'd be quite a funny thing, actually. Imagine if it was sunny on the moon, sunshine on the moon. Imagine if there was atmosphere on the moon, but that would never happen. Imagine if you could just breathe on the moon. They'd make the moon like. What would they make the moon like? Think of the North Pole. That's what the moon's like, with domes on when they build on it. What would Mars be like when you build on it like America? Mars is like the American desert. What would you build on? Let's have a look here. I'm trying to think. Imagine if it did actually rain on Mars. I mean, does it rain on Mars? Is it always sunny? Could you have an atmosphere to rain? Does it rain? I mean, they have whirlwinds probably on there. Imagine having whirlwinds on the moon. All these theories and ideas what people think about, and which I think about as well. I mean, it never rains in space, but imagine if it did rain in space. That'd be something different. I mean, imagine if you went to the stars and you could actually find some blue stuff on the stars. I mean, would people live on the stars? Who knows? Most of these stars, what we're seeing of other planets in the sky, in outer space, that other beings, other creatures, other animals are living on. When we look up into the sky at night time, if most of us have a garden, then we look up into the sky like this. Are we looking at other planets that the beings are on there? I don't think there's any aliens that live in the sun, but it gives you a rough idea. All of them stars you see in the sky, there's bound to be life forces on there, or was, and then they've moved somewhere else. I just spilled my drink now. I just put the lid on this. It goes bloody everywhere. But this is what my theory is. It's good to have an open mind about things. Like I say, if you got lost into a black hole into space, would you go to another dimension? Would you come out the other side of the black hole in space? It'd be the same place you were before. Would you go backwards in time in a black hole in outer space instead of forwards? Wouldn't you take it back into the time machine? All these theories that people think about and talk about and say a lot of things about. What would you guys and girls think? Do you think it's a hoax? Do you think it's real? And would you have, if you had the money, would you go into outer space and check it out for yourself and see if there's any more life forms? There's already space stations up there in outer space where people are there. They've actually sent a robot to the Mars to see if there's any life forces on there. Will there be any aliens? I mean, is there any aliens on the Earth that have came to the Earth and we don't know about? I mean, some people say they see spaceships and flying saucers. Can aliens put on human form and they look like us? It's a crazy world that we live in. It's good to have an open mind, but we've got to just think of it logically. What would we think about?